Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
Hello, it's podcast episode 46. Welcome to you, and thank you so much for having a listen. Saturday, the 25th of May 2019. As this goes out, heading into a bank holiday weekend, and on the way, the best bits of drive time for this week. Unbelievably, I've actually managed to find some, like half decent bits. That's good, isn't it? Happy with that. You will hear in the next few minutes about Eurovision, karaoke. I've never been quite sure on karaoke. I've only ever done it once, and I've never been quite sure on it. Modern working, and I don't know, we'll discuss it at the end. But yeah, modern working. Daylight robbery. We're talking about, I don't know whether you would ever pay £5.25 for a milkshake. What happens in 2019 when you meet someone and do you swap numbers, or do you just stalk them on Facebook and message them there? And also, we're talking about camping, like tents and all that, and holidays, and comparing camping to hotels, and what is the attraction of camping. That's the podcast, and here it comes.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Streaming from Slough in the United Kingdom, playing the music you want to hear all around the world. It's 3:33 on Monday afternoon, and Eurovision, the British entrant Michael Rice, his family have now come out saying it's all political, and they blame Brexit for the humiliating last place finish. Now, I'm not a big fan of Eurovision. I think it's pointless, if I'm honest, but what I'm just thinking is, right, if we are seriously, as a country, going to take Eurovision seriously and play to win, why don't we send someone like Adele or, maybe Ed Sheeran, who've got an actual chance, or better still, put back together Oasis and send them to the Eurovision? That would smash everyone, then it would prove it was political.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer at 8 after 4, Monday afternoon on atomradio.co.uk. A karaoke favourite, and so often done no credit. I saw that happen this weekend, actually, I did. Played at the weekend, and everyone's seen along, but it's so out of tune. Do you know what, though? The thing with karaoke that ruins karaoke is when you get someone doing it that can actually sing. Because that just kind of ruins the whole point to it, doesn't it? You're just expecting someone to stand up and be absolutely naff. And then when you get someone that can stand up and can sing, then that ruins it. But then what ruins it even more is when you get someone who can't sing, thinks they can sing, and then just won't stop singing. Song after song after song. No, please make it stop.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
It's 5:14. Police have issued an EFIT and are now being mocked. People are saying that they've just spotted a bloaty head character from Theme Hospital. Now, when police issue an EFIT, it's based on a description that is given, but this man does look very much like a, cartoon character. People are saying it's been likened to a 1990s video game. The bizarre EFIT shows the man's head goes narrow at the top with a mop of hair that looks like it could just be removable, and it does. Others are saying he looks like a character from Drop Dead Fred or Grand Theft Auto. Northamptonshire police have issued the image to try and catch a distraction burglar who knocked on a woman's door and told the occupant he needed to check the pipes due to sewage issues. Other people have posted a picture of a Lego man and says it looks like the Lego man with his hair on. Now, in all seriousness, if the guy does actually look like this EFIT and he knocked on my door asking to check the water pipes, I wouldn't be able to I'd let him in. I'd just be too busy laughing at him. I'd just send him away. Listen, mate, go and get your hair sorted out, I wouldn't let him in. But if he is a genuine criminal, I do hope the police catch him and lock him up.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
It's the big drive home at 5:37. Hello to you if you have just got online. We're streaming from Slough in the UK. Hope you're right wherever you are around the world. Donald Trump is coming to the UK, and a 16-foot talking robot of Donald Trump sitting on a gold toilet is being shipped to the UK ahead of protests against the US president's state visit. A 67-year-old American called Don Lessam paid $19,500 of his own money to make the robot, which spouts phrases often used by the president, including "I'm a very stable genius" and "no collusion," and it also breaks wind. So when Mr. Trump will be arriving for his visit between the 3rd and 5th of June for talks with Theresa May, so too will the 16-foot talking robot sat on his gold loo. That's great, it really is.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
The Big Drive Home on Atom Radio. Mark with you live from Slough in the United Kingdom. This milkshake throwing incident, the one that hit Nigel Farage, was a costly thing because the milkshake cost £5.25. I wouldn't have wasted £5.25 on Nigel Farage.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
This is Atom Radio on a Tuesday afternoon. Are you looking for a new job? Are you into marketing? Apply to Redico. The Redico marketing agency was named the 9th best place to work in Britain. It credits its new relaxed policies for hitting its highest ever revenue intake, with one employee saying it's completely refreshing. The whole idea is we're all adults and it's all about respect. Now, this place has been named one of the best places to work in the UK. Basically, the whole idea is we're all adults and it's about having respect. You just have to make sure you're not impacting another team member. Now, Redico have decided on joining the likes of Netflix and Virgin Management by letting employees take off as much time as they want. Oh, shall I finish the show now and go home? It's a varied mix of time people work here depending on their lifestyle, but the hours they put in end up being quite similar to an average working week. It was named the best place to work in Kent by the UK's best workplaces and has now chalked up its highest ever revenue intake. The company was founded in 2012, asked its employees to participate in a survey which revealed a lack of staff fulfillment. So now there are no bosses in sight, unlimited holiday, choice of working hours. Sounds ideal, doesn't it? You know, like I might pop in tomorrow at 3 and leave at 5 past. That sounds ideal, doesn't it?
Drive time with Mark Denham.
4:39. It is Tuesday's Drive Time. It is Mark with you. Mentioned before the headlines about the Redico marketing agency who've introduced unlimited holiday, choose your own working hours, etc., etc. And it seems that they don't have a dress code either, which is good because I'm sat here in a t-shirt right now. And a pair of jeans, but that is the one thing that I think all bosses should get rid of, the outdated concept of shirt and tie and suit. Come on, why in 2019 is it still expected that people wear shirt, tie and jacket? Why? I just don't get that. I really don't. So outdated.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Beat the intro on the way for you in a couple of moments. But first, you know, we mentioned earlier about the marketing agency, which is apparently quite a good place to work because you can have as much holiday as you want and make up your own working hours. Well, another thing that's been suggested now is getting paid to do something you love. You see, I mean, this is rubbish because life doesn't work like that, does it? Anyway, this says, why not try turning your favourite pastime into a prosperous career? Now, I used to be a big cheese lover. Now I sell it. This is John, who is 70, and his oldest daughter, speaking English, man, Claire, picked it together, bought a delicatessen after nearly half a century of working in the city. John didn't just want to put his feet up when he retired. He'd always loved cheese. Inspiration struck when his children bought him a gift voucher for a cheese shop, and he realised how much he enjoyed chatting to the sellers about their produce. Now, that's all good, right? But obviously, John had to work his backside off to get enough money to be able to buy the store. Now, the 2 stores he owns and their online shop turn over £525,000 a year. John works in the shops every other weekend and for a few weeks in the summer as well. So, obviously, it doesn't say here how much he had to buy, how much he had to pay to buy the business or whatever, to set up the business. But what about this? Another couple of ladies here, Annabelle Simmons and Grace Carnegie Brown. Sounds very Porsche, doesn't she, with a hyphenated name. She left a TV management job in London, moved to the country and began emailing funny stories to friends to keep in touch. They've now set up countrywives.co.uk, which is a blog about rural life. Well, that's a barrel of laughs. It has 750,000 readers and advertisers such as M&S and JD Williams paying to promote their products on the site. Well, that must be a real barrel of laughs, wasn't it?
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
This is the bit we're probably not supposed to speak about, but the guy who attacked Nigel Farage has been charged with assault and criminal damage. Okay? No mention of the robbery charge against Five Guys, though, for the milkshake at 5:25. Daylight robbery.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
The Kooks and Got Your Number on Atom Radio. Do people still exchange numbers? Because, like, obviously, you know, we're in 2019 now. People, I guess, meet differently, don't they? It used to be that, you know, you gave out your number and you only had to remember one number for everyone. And you had them in your head because you didn't have mobile phones. So you'd be like, oh yeah, Mark's number is, and you'd remember my home phone number. Nowadays, obviously, you got your mobile phone number, but then you don't remember them, though, do you? Because when you swap numbers, you just stick it straight in, Mark, or whatever. Or you get them, if you call me, I'll save your number and call you back, you see. So you never really remember the number. But in this day and age, do people even swap numbers anymore? Or do you just meet like, you meet someone, you're like, aha, I'm going to look for them on Facebook and I'll message them there. Do people swap numbers? I don't know. I'm wondering.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
It's 21 to 5 on Thursday in the sunshine. Nice day for a holiday, which is what I'm going to talk to you about now. I was talking yesterday about holidays, right? And we were talking about camping. Now, when I was younger, if you went camping, you pitched your tent and you had like a ground sheet, and then you put your sleeping bag on the ground sheet. And it wasn't really very comfortable. Equally, you had to basically dig a hole, put a bucket in, and you had to pee and poo in your bucket. Not very pleasant. Now, this is way, way back in the days before Wi-Fi, etc., etc. So nowadays, you could perhaps say go in a hotel and you could have a bed with a bathroom where you can pee and poo in the toilet. You would have a television that you can watch. You probably have Wi-Fi as well. So, you know, all sorted. Or you could go in a field. Now, I'm told that campsites have come along a little since then and that you do actually have portable toilets, etc., there. But then how do you still get around the uncomfortableness of sleeping in a tent versus a hotel? If you are having a camping holiday this bank holiday weekend, drop me an email on air at atomradio.co.uk and tell me what is the appeal of camping.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
You know when you're on hold to someone and you ring up and you're on hold and they give you this message, thank you for calling. We're sorry, we're experiencing a very high volume of calls right now. Well, when you get that message every time you call, you're thinking, you're not really experiencing a higher than normal volume of calls, are you? You just don't employ enough people to answer the phone.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Right, where shall we start? Camping. I'm still not convinced on camping. This was a conversation I had on Wednesday. I'm still not convinced. I mean, apparently it has advanced since I was little. And my one camping trip where you put down your floor mat, built your tent and slept in your sleeping bag. Apparently it has advanced since then. You get like little camp beds now and there are actually toilets. So yeah. Modern working conditions. If you were seriously to say, like, you know, you can take as much time off as you want, I am certain that there are people who would abuse that. I really am 100% certain. And these people would, rather than working 48 weeks and taking 4 weeks a year off, they probably do it the other way around and work 4 weeks and have 48 off. But then if that does happen, how do you sort it out? If it you know, what do you do? If you were saying like, you know, there's no policy on holiday, then how do you sort it out? Or does it become like, you know, where you get unlimited data or whatever for your mobile and you have this subject to fair use policy clause? I don't know. The one good thing I would hope about modern working, though, is that ties are dispersed with, because they're horrible things. So unnecessary. So yeah, get rid of the tie and I'll be happy. That's the podcast for this week, the best bits of Atom Radio's Drive Time. It is a bank holiday, so on the way on Monday, That'll be Monday, the 27th of May. We are doing an 80s day, all 80s all day long from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Atom Radio. And you can listen to me in the morning on Monday between 7 and 10 on The Breakfast Show for 80s Day. All 80s all day on atomradio.co.uk, on TuneIn, on iTunes Radio and on Smart Speaker. Thank you for checking out the podcast and don't forget to subscribe.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
Atomradio.co.uk.